intensive short-term training. Call it Quicksilver.
What's that?
He's like, I know how you fight, babe.
Man can't stand. He can't fight.
And Chosen heard him earlier. Breaks leg. Yes.
A man can't breathe. He can't fight.
And he knows it too. He's like, you're using my own against me.
A man can't see. He can't fight.
Oh man. Support local fire departments.
I'm the one that rescued everyone from this place. This place was like cultish. K-Y-L-E-R.
It's spelled A-S-S-H-O-L-E. Is what?
Kenny, listen, No, just not right now, okay?
Yet another person in his life let him down. Kenny.
Not in the mood for all that heartfelt shit, so for now, maybe just kiss me.
Mind if
I found it at Miyagi-Do.
That was, supposed to be yours. You said that you weren't okay? You needed some time, and
Thank you. Means a lot to me.
that's what you do when you love someone, right?
Never said that before. Love you too.
Oh, then smooch and get it over with.
I don't look that bad, do I?
Chosen has a giant freaking slash down his back, so I hope you guys called an ambulance.
Couldn't stand the thought of missing out on the rest of our life together. I got you. Easy.
Chosen.
I get you to a hospital. Oh, just a fresh wound. Yeah, but it's like all your flesh. Hey,
Yes,
hey, come here, help me.
Chosen.
Is that a Rembrandt?
Yeah. You're worth at least as much as a furniture store, right?
Never thought I'd
Ha
see the day.
ha.
Finally took Silver out.
No more looking over our shoulders at every turn, right?
Here's hoping Silver and Kreese end up cellmates.
You didn't hear what happened.
He's not dead. They didn't kill Kreese. If they killed Kreese, I'm not kidding. I'm gonna throw my laptop at the wall. It's not real. It's not real. He's busting their out.
Begging you.
For what? Mercy.
You've made mistakes, but you still have time to try and make up for them.
I knew it. I was like, I know he's fooling her, but he's getting me. That slick little bitch. My way. Motherfucker escaped jail. Holy shit. What a freaking season, man. Holy shit. All right, there you have it. Episode 10, the finale of season 5, Head of the Snake. Oh my god, that was so good. It was so perfect. It was so good. It was the longest episode, 48 minutes, I think, but it seriously felt like the shortest episode because it was so jam-packed with excitement. I don't even know where to start. We find out that the person who's driving the limo is Mike Barnes. I figured it may have been because I'm thinking anybody on the Cobra Kai side of it, like the evil side of it, where could they be taking them? What could they be doing? I feel like this show loves to shock and surprise us. So it's got to be someone that's kind of on our side, right? And we haven't seen Mike in episodes and episodes. It's Mike, who is hyped up on God knows what and adrenaline, convincing Chosen and Johnny, who were hammered beyond belief, to go and attack Terry. Now, this might be a good plan if they weren't so based drunk, but you have to make the odds even, I feel. So it's like if the three of them, or four, including Daniel, they end up leaving Daniel. So the three of them against Terry would obviously win, the three of them. With Kim there, they would still probably win, in my opinion. But you have all of the sensei goons there. So I find this really interesting that they knock Mike out and have them focus on Johnny and Chosen. But I think that's because they wanted Mike to come in and save Johnny. You know, they wanted Johnny to have his low and then his high and then get a little sketchy and have Mike come in. So I love the initial few hits that Mike got, but I would have liked to see him fight a little bit more. However, I guess they're trying to keep his fighting to a minimum because it's not like they've all been fighting. They've all been training and fighting for years and years and years. Mike specifically said he opened a furniture store, got married, and was living a normal life. So is he still skilled and very good? Yes, but I'm assuming that he hasn't been training as much as the rest of them. So to have him be this like expertise fighter that's still perfect wouldn't really make any sense. But I love that they had him come in at the end and save Johnny. I love it. It's kind of the same thing with Chosen. Like, Terry Silver's a fantastic fighter. Don't get me wrong. He's a very, very good fighter. But he gets into his head a little too much, as we saw at the end, the Quicksilver method with cheating. He gets obsessed with cheating and trying to find a shortcut. And because of that, he screws up in other areas. So I think the default that they gave Chosen, which was having one too many LITs, makes them even. Because let's face it, Chosen would have taken him down in a second. Like, I'm sorry, there's no way. Chosen is so freaking good. He is so amazing. There's no way, no way, no way, in my opinion, that Terry would have won that fight if Chosen was sober. Let me know what you think in the comments. I truly feel like that's not even a question for me. Terry and Chosen, definitely Chosen. But let me know who you think would win in the comments. I really hate how they wounded Chosen so much, though. Like, I'm not sure who that last slice was. I think it was Terry in the leg. But then it kind of made me feel like it was Chosen because he went down a little. I know that they've been waiting for an excuse to have Chosen use his knives the whole season. I'm very happy he did. But I would have liked a few more hits on Terry. I think they didn't, though, because, I mean, it's Chosen. He literally has the knife to his neck. He could have killed him, and he didn't. So I think they're trying to show, like, Chosen doesn't like to injure unless he's forced to or has to. That's why he didn't do that last blow, which unfortunately cost him the slice on his back. I'm mad about that because Terry's such a piece of shit. You gotta give us something to hate Terry for, right? Not like they have enough, but... So I'm just happy that Chosen's okay. A very, very little small part of me was like, is Chosen gonna bleed out? But then when Johnny jumped out of the limo and he was talking to Carmen and everything, I feel like he would have been like, hold on, Carmen. Like, so I was like, okay, Chosen's probably okay. But that was a deep freaking gash. Anyway, let's stop talking about it because he's okay. I love him. I love that Mike took the Rembrandt. Awesome. And now we have all this crazy on with the kids. The kids concoct a plan to try and expose Terry with the beating that he gave to Stingray. And honestly, I'm so happy that it didn't go that way because I'm literally been saying throughout the whole season, obviously he erased the footage. He erased the footage, right? Like, you don't do something like that and then not cover your own. I thought it was going to be her punching and hurting her hand, but I don't think that would have had as much of an impact because everyone would have been like, okay, so what? On Cobra Kai's side, at least, like, we've all been through harsh training. They're trying to make you tougher. I don't think it would have had as hard of an impact as it would have with the information that they leaked with the conversation. Part of me was still a little skeptical that it may not have worked on some of them. Maybe that's what we're going to see next year, but I really feel like it did because, again, it's not even so much that he paid the refs. It's that he felt like he had to as an insurance policy because you care so little about your students. You believe so little in your students and the teaching methods that you're providing that you felt like you had to pay off the refs. That's just pathetic. So I love that Kenny took his shirt off. I love that Kyler took his shirt off. I thought Kyler was going to be like, whatever, and still be Cobra Kai. I love we had this whole fight in front of everybody to see who the real bad fighter is. Daniel used his Quicksilver method against him. Beautiful. Everyone throws their shirts at him. Fantastic. Terry's arrested. I am excited to see him go down. There's a slight possibility that he might get out of this somehow because he's very rich and he's very crafty, but I don't know. That's a big deal. That is a big freaking deal. Cobra Kai's probably going to be eliminated from the tournament that they're going into, right? Because Terry was cheating. But maybe not, because they still watched the kids and they fought well. But who would do Cobra Kai then? Who would lead Cobra Kai? So I'm thinking that maybe all the kids from Cobra Kai who want to fight are just going to join Eagle Fang or Miyagi Fang. And then the next year is going to be the competition that they're trying to go to and them like training for it maybe. And then all the little side things. But anyway, those are theories. I like that Robbie went up to Kenny, but we didn't have a big conversation. I feel like there wasn't enough time for it. It wasn't the right time. And I like that Kenny just said like, not right now. Like, I'm not going to be an asshole, but this is a lot. And not right now. Because I love Kenny. I really do. I've been saying this whole season. I feel so bad for him because he wants to be a part of something. He wants guidance. He wants to look up to somebody. And he wants to feel protected and loved. And like he has a friend support system. He felt like he was getting all of that from Cobra Kai after being bullied so horrifically. And to once again figure out that you were being screwed around by people who you thought cared about you, or it's just, I feel so bad for Kenny, but I really see good things happening with him and Robbie moving forward. Like, I really think they're going to give us a really nice conversation between the two of them next year. I love that Devin is no longer on Cobra Kai. Oh my gosh. I loved Devin at the end of the last season. I was so excited to see what she could do. And then when she started going to Cobra Kai, I was like, oh my God, this is so bad. So I love that they had her cross over and fight with Tori at the end. I love that we saw Tori and Sam fighting together. They kind of squashed their I am extremely pissed at Penis Breath. You are now Penis Breath for the rest of your life. And you look like a piece of shit because at the end of the day, you were helping, once again, the crappy team. And I love how he was like, they don't call me Penis Breath. And literally the next sentence, Kyler's like, shut up, Penis Breath. Like, I hate that kid. I hate that kid so much. He's the worst fighter by far. There needs to be some validation next season. There has to be. Like, he's gotta walk, like, in a pink tutu down the halls of the high school for a month or something like that. I don't know. Like, there's gotta be some validation there. Johnny saw the picture of the sonogram, and that's what gave him the inspiration. I loved it. Oh my God, I'm so excited, but I'm actually getting a stress hive because that was so stressful. Stingray kind of redeemed himself. He saved Daniel. He brought them to Cobra Kai, let them in on the plan of what was going on. And I love that. Oh, I love Hawk when he says to Kyler, pretty much everyone you've bullied has kicked your ass. It's like, yes, they have. And Tamichi's like, I loved it. We saw some really good moves from Anthony, so his training must be going well. Absolutely loved that. But last but not least, the man himself, Mr. Kreese. I knew that he wasn't dead. I knew in my heart and soul that he wasn't dead because, as I said when I paused, because I just had to freak out for a second, you're not gonna take out John Kreese like that. No, you are not going to take out John Kreese with some rando out of prison. That's not how it's gonna go. Even if that was real and he stabbed John, you don't think he could have disarmed him out of that knife? I could literally, this is how I see it going if that was real. John going, oh, pulling the knife out and stabbing it in his neck. Like, there's no way they were going to take John Kreese out like that. And the fact that they didn't show him the whole episode, I'm like, all right, something's going on. It ends up, it's red Jell-O. That's the whole thing that started it all, right? That little friendship between John and his new friend is the red Jell-O. So he was in on it. The guy who stabbed him was in on it so that he could get to that point so where he could sneak out. And he also stole I feel so bad for the psychiatrist because I feel like the psychiatrist in one of the previous episodes when she's like, you don't think I could tell the difference between a breakthrough and bullshit? Like, you were bullshitting me, but she fell for it this time. I did too. I told you, I was like, he's doing this for a reason. I don't believe this is true, but he's still getting me. It's still impactful because I feel like even though he was faking, he wasn't faking. He means everything that he said. He loves Johnny. He feels like he lost Johnny. It's hurting him. All of that's true. He was just still using it for another motive. So yeah, this is beautiful. This is so amazing. He takes the doctor's jacket. He takes the psychiatrist's pass. He gets the out of there. And now he is off to do what? What exactly? Where do you think John's going to go? Let me know in the comments. What is Kreese going to do? What is he going to do? He can't go to Johnny because Johnny's going to be like, get the my house. He can't go to Daniel. Why would he go to Daniel? Tori? 1, he could go to Stingray, or 2, he could go to Tori. 1, Stingray, because if there's anybody in this world that owes him a favor at this point, it's Stingray, because he literally put him in jail and it wasn't actually him. So I could see him going to Stingray, or I could see him going to Tori and apologizing and being like, listen, you know that we can trust each other and I care about you and I shouldn't have did that. However, I feel like Stingray is, I feel like Tori would be more likely, but I feel like Stingray is actually going to be more likely, because if he goes to Tori and she actually helps him and it gets figured out, she could ruin the rest of her life. And then what's going to happen to her mom and her brother and everything. So I feel like the person he would go to would be Stingray. I feel like it would be Stingray. John Kreese ain't dead! I knew it. I knew he wasn't dead. Oh my gosh. If I had one gripe, I am a huge Frank Sinatra fan. Gigantic Frank Sinatra fan. And that wasn't Frank Sinatra singing. My Way is one of my favorite songs from him. And I related to my grandfather a lot, which is actually why I say Hiya Dolls, because I get that from him. It's an homage to my grandpa. And yeah, so if I had one gripe, it would be that it wasn't actually Frank Sinatra singing. I would like to know who was singing, though, because it wasn't bad, but I feel like John Kreese deserves the respect of an actual Frank Sinatra song, but that was my only gripe. Everything else was perfect. I freaking loved this season. As I feel like I always say at the end of a Cobra Kai season, I can't rank this as where I like it, where my favorite is, because I love all of them. Every single season is perfect in its own way, is exciting in its own way. This one was fantastic. It was just as good as the rest. I can't wait to see what they do with season 6. Season 6, just listen to that. Season 6? We're at season 6? I hope we have 100 seasons. I love it. I love it. I loved it. Thank you so much for joining me on this season 5 journey. We have finished and it is sad, but I am so excited to be able to go on social media and see all of these things that people are talking about. And now I know the spoilers and we can theorize and look forward to the next season. I love it. I am so excited. I hope you enjoyed this season. Everyone throw a like a British like if you do not like what you see, but comment down below, let me know why. Subscribe if you have not yet. Wait, default thanks every little link, the bell to be notified when I upload new videos. Don't forget to check the link down in the description for my Patreon and follow us on all social media. That is it. So long, everyone. Try and make someone smile today. You never know when you might need it next. Bye.